Well, y'all wanted a family rig, I got you covered. Right now at vicegripgarage.com through December 5th, you can enter for a chance to win this absolutely stunning Yukon Denali XL with a Turbo Duramax. This thing is absolutely packed with options and customized. My wife and I actually ordered this truck right from the factory, and I'm here to tell you, we checked every single box they would let us check. The front cabin, of course, is luxurious, has all the screens and beep boops, whatnots, and even the Super Cruise. The back has the full entertainment, big screen, separate audio, climate control, bucket seats for the easy in and out access, and of course third row seating as well, all of which folds down for that hardware store run, hauling those groceries, sports activities, and whatnot. And of course, we cannot ignore the elephant in the room, the 3-liter Turbo Duramax up front here. It's an option that you can get if you custom order these. This thing gets 25 miles to the gallon average, around 700 miles a tank when my wife drives. But when a guy drives, that 305 horsepower and 500 foot-pounds of torque is absolutely there. And it gives this rig just over an 8,000 pound towing capacity. So whether it's a bass boat, cargo trailer, flat trailer, camper, listen, it's gonna pull it just fine. This is the ultimate family rig. Every $5 you spend at vicegripgarage.com gets you 1 entry for a chance to win this beautiful truck, and I'm throwing in cash as well. Again, that's now through December 5th. No purchase necessary. All the commonly asked questions and rules are over at vicegripgarage.com. Thanks, guys. Good luck. Hey, welcome to Vice Grip Garage Fall Edition. I'm Derek, and that is a, I don't know, 1980s something Chevrolet Custom Deluxe 30 3+3 crew cab truck. It's actually pretty great, but I know absolutely nothing about it. I bought her on the line, and all I know is it currently doesn't run or drive. I also know that it's supposed to continue to rain and be cold all day. Great. Misery. I need to get this thing running and driving back on the road and get it to the shop so I can post this thing up for sale. And we're gonna be fighting the weather the whole time. Should be fun. Really great, grand. Looking forward to it. All right, let's dig in. Yep, remember those. Oh, broke the seal. Oh, wow. That's worth big bucks. I didn't even know that was back there. Huh. Anyway, quick Derek's non-fictional storytelling time, and then I gotta dig into this thing. We're up against the weather here. So you might recognize this truck. It was in the background when I picked up the 40 Chevy Coupe, the orange one. This is my friend's property, and this thing's been sitting here for years now. 2 years, 3 years? I'm not really sure. Anyway, how this came about. I was down in Alabama or Georgia. Details are a little blurry. And I already had a rig. I think it was a 64 C10 short bed on the trailer. And of course, I'm on the line looking for deals, and this thing popped up. And it was at a very delicious price. I can't remember, 1,800 bucks, I think. So I went and met the guy, looked over the truck, and I bought it. And I said, hey, I'll be back. Trailer's full, obviously. Give me a week or two, and I'll come and snag it up. Well, fast forward, and I feel terrible for admitting this. I think it sat there another 2 years or something, to the point he actually contacted my friend and said, hey, can you come grab this thing? Because, you know, my wife kind of wants it out of the property. It was sitting on the edge of his property right up against a cornfield, and I don't know how many years it sat there, a long time. So my buddy went and picked it up, and he plopped it in his yard, and it's been sitting here now for a couple of years, something like that. And I feel terrible. He's got a beautiful property here, and he's got this bright blue truck sitting back here. And I just happened to deliver another truck that I sold in the area, got here. This is my Chariot home via the long way. I need to get this running, driving to the shop so I can list it for sale. He's gonna help me sell it. And then I got another rig to get home there. Why do I do this to myself? I'm not really sure. Anyway, I know nothing about this truck. It's small block. It's probably a turbo 400. It's been a work truck its whole life. I've got some goodies back here that I put back there a long time ago. Let's walk around it, see what we're working with. And we can't do any, you know, cutie patootie stuff today. We're gonna have to get right to the nitty gritty, get this fired up as quickly as possible and get out of here before it gets really nasty. Okay? Okay, deal. Apologize about the wind. We got a big thunderstorm rolling in here. We got to try to do this quickly. So like I said, and I'm kind of the pot calling the kettle black here, but I didn't want this truck to go to waste. It would just sit there and rot, and I snagged it up to just sell it and pass it on to another feller or fellette. This thing is actually really solid that I remember. I've walked around it a couple times, and significantly better than where I started with the Cat Farm crew cab. So we're gonna try to get this on the road for as cheap as possible so I could pass it on to one of you for as cheap as possible. It's kind of just how it works. The downside is it's a custom Deluxe, but listen, you can make this whatever you want. Cheyenne, Silver Rattle, whatever. You know, it's a badge and some interior pieces. We'll start in the back here. Remember when I got Blackjack, that old Duramax that I use, and I said I had a plan for the tires and wheels? Well, here they are. I had this truck in mind. This ought to snazz it up. These tires aren't the greatest. The alignment was really bad. I had that ball joint out that I fixed, and they're a little weather checked. We'll put this in the rear in case it blows. But that mostly have quite a bit of tread. I think on 3 of them. Is that one on a different tire altogether? It might be. But anyway, it's better than these things. I'm not sure what year those are from. I think that's like a 99 to 02 or something. But these are obviously flat on the bottom side, so we'll replace those. But let's walk around this really quick, and we'll take a close look at the body, which really makes this truck worth investing in. So one thing you're going to notice, this does have weird dents in it. It's been a work truck its whole life, so who knows from what, but it's not rotted out, which really drew me to this thing. And it hasn't been, you know, hack repaired or anything. Look at this bedside. It's got a dent there, so it's come down on something, but all the metal's there. This isn't rotted out. Actually pretty dry. Frame looks pretty good. You know, just dirty. It's not even scaly, to be honest. There's a couple dents. Like there, here. But again, the metal's there. And look how dry the bottom of the cab is. And the rockers, which replacing rockers in these crew cabs is a pain. And that's an original rocker, and I can tell by the split here. So it's never had rockers. The doors are in great shape. These doors on the crew cabs are unobtainium, and those look pretty nice. Obviously, there's something a little different about this door. Can't quite put my finger on her, but it's solid, and it fits, and I'm assuming it opens and closes. This fender's got a dent, but again, really good shape all the way around. I think the worst of the body, hood's in great shape. Worst of the body is probably this fender. And this bumper tickled something. Came into the tavern a little hot, Bill. And this bumper wrapped around, but these fenders are, you can grab those pretty easy. Bumper's not too bad either. This door is in great shape. Same thing with the rockers. This one's got a little bubbling, but this is fixable. Not a lot of weight reduction. So I guess in my head, I was like, well, even if it doesn't run, shoot, the body alone, even if we got to remotor this thing, is worth it. This here, I could probably fix that if I had both hands. Came down on something as well, but again, it's not rotted out. That looks pretty good. It's got something, I don't know what that is. Grade 8 hardware, over budget. Must have a flip over hitch or something. I really have no idea. I haven't even looked at it. The tailgate's pretty hammered. Well, actually, yeah, that's got some mud in it. No plate. I don't know when it was registered last. Maybe we could find out inside. It's got all the wiring for doodads, dual balls. Man, you could pull the bass boat and the ice house. I wonder if we could look. Oh, it does have some sort of, or did have some sort of fifth wheel, I guess they would call it. That's long gone. I don't remember what these are from. But anyway, that's the truck, exterior wise. The roof is in good shape. That's not all caved in or oil canned. Glass is decent-ish. It's got a couple chips, but it's not busted out. And I don't know the exact year. Right now there's no title. I got to figure that out. But overall, pretty solid. Well, let's get inside the rig and see what we got going on in there. Well, the guy already cracked the seal on the back door, and we got a prize back there for once. I was just talking this door up. That's not terrible. Needs some juice. Anyway, I'm wafting. Oh, it's really not bad. It's like a tuna can wrapped in a gym sock with a hint of black ice. It's pleasant. Note, window's a little stiff. What a luxurious interior. Oh, that's funny. I didn't even see that. There's legitimately a black ice hanging from the headlight switch. Sticky wheel, everything's broken. Perfect, great, look forward to it. All right, we'll give you the penny tour. Door card in really good shape. Looks pretty well brand new. This is the hardwood armrest. It's kind of like hardwood floors in a house. They're coming around, it's starting to catch on. We don't need no pads, okay? Look at all the work boots smacking off of that thing. Is that concrete? Might have been an old concrete truck or something. Who knows? Anyway, let's start here. Pretty good rockers. We've got some rust, really common. All my crew cabs, for some reason, well, a lot of square bodies in general. Rot right there. That's an original floor. Pretty decent. Brake pedals seen nowhere at all. This might be low mile. What in the devil? That's concerning. That's supposed to go on the steering column, I believe. Okay. I think the wiring is going to be really good in this truck. If you're wondering, the dash is mint. It has a small crack down over there. If you squint, you might be able to see it. And we got an ice scraper for the ice we never get in the south. That's pretty good. Seat has barely seen any use whatsoever. Actually, that is impressive. Someone's rumpus has literally dug to the spring. Wow. This thing's probably got 1,000,000 miles on it. Let's be honest. Blue vinyl, pretty snazzy. Got the ridge seat in the back. Of course, no headliner. This is the custom. So a custom is very, very, very basic truck. Just a work truck. So I would say someone ordered this for a crew or a business. Nothing but dummy gauges, speedo, fuel. 62,000. It's probably, quite honestly, 462, 562. Who knows? What is this? Temp gauge. Perfect. Gets hot. Good to know. Stereo was stolen. Perfect. Used to have a CB radio or something. You know, got to talk to the office. Actually, I don't think it was smoked in. Well, it didn't have a cigarette lighter even. This thing was bare bones. Oh, here's where they hung the, you know, come back now. Really gross steering wheel. Perfect. There's really not a lot going on in here. We can go over there and dig through that thing, I guess. Oh. E-brake isn't stuck down. Oh, that doesn't work. Noted. Let's go ahead and pull that now while we're over here. Sure. Whatever this thing is. Not quite sure. Seems to work though. Okay. Ugh. Oh no. I never got brakes. Great. Is that it? Nothing in there? Huh. There's the bin. I'm going to need that at some point. Well, nothing too interesting, but look at this. '80s GM pick-em-up truck, steering column, cruise, tilt. That alone is worth a couple $100. Those are getting hard to find at a decent price. Wow, look at this. You hardly ever see the rear seats worn like this. This thing legitimately worked hard. Wow, that side's got the ashtray, this side doesn't. But that's what GM made these for, you know? That's kind of weird too. These normally didn't tilt. I don't know if that was an option or what. Nothing back there. I was hoping to find a fishing pole or some boom booms or something. But man, might need some interior work. Noted. Okay? Oh, that's too bad. There is some rust up in the cab here. Let's check the other one. This is bubbling. It's not through yet. Let's check the other side. Oh yeah. More surface over here. Like than anything. Driver's door. I get a cheek poker in there. A little bit of tss. It'll be fine. Oh, eviction notice. Time to leave. Okay, thanks. All right, well, that is the interior. Time to get in the power barn. Let's see what we're working with. Can't believe it actually popped when I pulled the lever. What is that? Oh, someone pulled a dent out of here. There's old holes from a needler. Anyway, I hope we don't have to put a bunch of money in this because I want to sell it as cheap as possible. Oh, it's cute. There we go. We got. Why is it full of mud? We might need a SAT cable. I mean, I think we got completed. I could see a transgression back there, shift machine. Oh boy. Let's hope this isn't stuck. Wouldn't that be something? Yeah, it would. Okay, get over here and look. We got to get after this. Hydro boost assist. Fancy. it's got the big Hydro Boost brakes. So that's great. When they don't work, we'll be fighting that for 17 days in the rain. Perfect. Great. Probably another indication it gets hot. Coolant jug, brake fluid, so no brakes, gets hot. Sounds like my life. Okay. Small block, I'm sure that's going to be a 350. Not that this is going to be accurate, but yeah, 5.7. But it's like just packed full of mud or something. Not like dirt daubers, just like regular mud for some reason. Oh, that's too bad. Take note, there's some rust. There's some rust starting on the firewall. So all the years of, it's probably full of leaves or something in there, like this stuff, parked under trees, and then it gets full of moisture and rots. I believe there's supposed to be a wire hook there, because that's a fusible link, and there's not. So, more wiring, nightmare fiasco, perfect. That's what we're after. What is this? GE. Like from your house. What in the world? Oh, look at the fuse. What in the devil? Oh, it's been cut. I don't even know what this was. But that is a gigantic fuse. Okay. Sure, that's how you go back in time or something. Not really sure what's happening there. So this is a non-AC, rubber floor, no frills, basic truck. Small block. I'm hoping a turbo 400, who knows. Hydro Boost is really the only thing it's got going on. But I think we've got completage. Doesn't look like, well, wait now. That kind of looks like an ace. No, it can't be, because the box isn't there. I'm not sure what that is. I don't know what's happening with some of this stuff. Ooh, that brake line was replaced in 1997. That's kind of a good sign. I can't see the other one. Oh. Mud flap for a battery tray. Did I work on this? I must have at some point. This is the original color, obviously, the firewall. It's got some sort of like Sherwin-Williams that I'm really enjoying on it, that someone kind of haphazardly applied, but the dark blue is fancy. Hopefully the heater works. It is cold. Probably not. Okay, so let's start with the basics. Trying to get this thing going. The break we're experiencing from the rain right now wasn't even supposed to happen, to be honest, but I'm thankful. It never fails. If I plan on working outside or driving something home, bam, weather. Immediately. Whether it's rain, wind, or snow. Call me if you need some. I got extra. Anyway, like I said, we're not trying to be cute with this one. We just got to go quick. Basics. Spark, fuel, compression, valve timing. Gonna throw a wrench on this, see if it turns over, throw a battery in it, see if it cranks, glance at the plugs, see if we got spark. I have no idea if the tank works. Does it have dual tanks? I don't know that we checked. If it does have dual tanks, the valve's bad. We're gonna have to bypass that, great. Throw some fuel in this thing, tires, wheels, maybe a Scotia brakes. We're up on a mountain actually, really steep. If it was a manual, that'd be more ideal. You just throw her in low. This probably doesn't have brakes, and that Hydro Boost is going to be a mess. Okay, late in the day, no time. Here we go. Great. All right, guys, going to throw a ratchet on the crankshaft. Try to get 360 degrees out of it. Make sure that it's rotating freely before we just jam the starter on it. I do this because we don't know anything about this. It could be hydrolocked, for example. We don't want to blow the starter through the flex plate, cause a real big issue, bend some push rods or connecting rods, or who knows. I always kind of try to start here if possible
Almost there. There we go. Oh. Ha! Crank bolt is completely stripped. It is round like a merry-go-round. Perfect. So what I was saying we shouldn't do, we're going to have to do. Let's pull a couple sparkulators out. Make sure it's not full of any sort of liquid or juice. It does have an air cleaner on it, which is a good sign. And then we might just have to throw a lightning cube in and see what, oh, do we have a key? Oh, we do. Thank goodness. Whew. We can also make sure these things are not corroded, physically damaged. I would prefer not to even put any in if we can help it. There we go. We got a quadrabog under there. Yeah. Orange intake. That's weird. Oh, wow. Very, very, very fouled. Smells like fuel. It's gonna need plugs probably. Let me pull one more. Verify that theory. But nothing poured out. Good sign. Come on now, you little bugger. There we go. Oh, just as terrible. Great. Okay, it's gonna need sparkulators. Let's just pause before we start throwing money at this thing. Let's throw a lightning cube in this, make sure it cranks over. The ignition and the column is working, the rack, the ignition switch, the starter, the wiring to and fro, and the thing actually rotates before we start putting money. Spark plugs ain't cheap anymore. They used to be, not anymore. So let's make sure it rotates. All that is doing that. And then we'll go into ignition and just hope that it has spark, okay? Okay. You know, if a guy's got a crew cab, you need a certain type of battery for him. No, you really don't at all. Oh, by the way, the secret is out, finally. Value battery. Right on the shelf at O'Reilly Auto Parts, you can now find the economy and the value battery. This puppy's only 85 bucks. Keep in mind, I think they only have like a 30-day warranty or something like that. I could be wrong, but in a case like this, perfection. Oh, poster on the wrong side, but we'll ignore that. Which one's which? Is that the sad one? Okay, fire test. Well, first of all, does this even have juice? Oh my goodness, it does. All right. I don't hear anything sparking. Nothing's blowing up. Now we just stand and look for melty wires and smoke. Only you can prevent forest fires. Or something like that. Yeah. Wow, the washer jug's still in this. I need that actually. I might take that out. We're missing a wiper arm. For Pete's sake. Can't have nothing. Okay, I think we're good. I don't know, let's hit the ignition stick and just see what happens. Wow, I wish they had a bolt for this manifold. What in the devil? I missed that, you probably didn't. Help me understand this thing. My goodness. Wow, this is custom too. The old extendalizer, 4000. Well, how do we know that's even accurate? We should check this actually. It's got something in it. Blacker than my liver, but good enough to crank. So is that full now that they added the extendalizer? I guess we don't know. All right, let's see if the engine rotates or if anything happens. Key forward. Nothing happening in here. Crank. Cranks, yes. jump or skip in there is, you know, we got 2 sparkulators out, so we're low on compression. It is not stuck though. That is fantastic news. Did not want to fight that today. Okay, now what? Let me check the tank. Do we have dual tanks? We do not have dual tanks, which is actually fantastic news in this case because the valve never works or the switch is bad. Stock fuel pump looks like. Let me go ahead. Let's verify spark. Let's put sparkulators in this first. And we can always try to rig up some sort of fuel system, right? Right, here comes the rain. Great, grand, sweet, yes. Well, the guy's putting Ford sparkulators in it, so, you know, maybe it'll actually run. Here comes the rain big time. I gotta try to hurry and get this done. At least the hood will give me some sort of protection. Well, I got all the sparkulators in. They all look pretty similar. I mean, it just really fouled. That one is dry, but most of them were just in terrible shape. I did break one wire. This one here, the end just snapped off. These were all seized on there. It's been a long time since those came off. So I gotta go get a set of wires, unfortunately, so I could just use one. I don't think I'm going to put the others on. I don't see any evidence of mice chewing on them or anything like that. Boy, the rain is really coming down now. And I need a fuel jug so we can throw some fuel in this. I have no idea what's in it. Whatever is in it is bad, obviously. Don't know what the pickup tube looks like, the tank itself, if the pump's going to work, but we're just going to hope that it all just magically does its thing. We should take a look at this. Might grab a rebuild kit just in case. Oh, that looks pretty clean. Wow. I expected acorns and that's not locked up. Dirt daubers and stuff. Huh. Maybe we'll get lucky there. Well, we are now full on in a rainstorm, so that's great. Got one new lightning hose here. Bam. Okay, I think what we should do now is throw some fuel in this, which I think is on this side. Yep. And prime this, and we're going to test spark, fuel pump, fuel make it happener, all in one swoop. And just see if we can get this thing to light off, make some noise. Make sure it's not knocking or anything like that before we spend more time on this rig. I think this is some old lawnmower gas or something. Should be perfect. All right. Eventually, whether this runs or not, we got to get these tires and wheels on. So if I got to tow this or haul it or whatever, we don't have the flats on it. All right, it's 5 gallons. That should be enough for us to figure out what in the world is going on. I did order a rebuild kit for the quadrabog here. I'm hoping it doesn't come to that though. That'll be here in a couple hours. We're gonna try to just juice this thing up and hope we don't have to take it off. I'm priming it through the vent tube here. Using some true fuel, not false. It's 92 octane, non-ethanol with a little bit of 2-stroke oil in it. And that will help lubricate the needle and seat, rings, valve seats, everything. While we crank this thing over. I probably should have cranked it a little bit more, built some oil pressure before we try to fire it, but you know, is what it is. Wow, this thing is thirsty. Okay. Let's crank it, see what happens. We know it's got a little oil, fresh sparkulators, primed. We got some fuel in it. Let's see what happens. Okay. Who knows if the accelerator pump works? Oh, I see smoke on the battery. That's good. Well, that doesn't sound good at all. Great. Oh no. It does not want to crank over. I wonder what's going on here. Well, for Pete's sake. It's got voltage. It's going to be this terrible ground. I'm going to have to go get a new ground cable, I think. Unfortunately. Oh, it's firing. Yes. Oh, she's a runner. I don't think it's running on 8. Well, there we go. There we go. Come on, run, run, run. Pull fuel. Yes. Boy, I was just about to go to town. It's still running. They could be running off the fuel in the bowl. I don't know if it's pulling fuel yet from the tank. It's charging. 14.9192. So we'll let it run as long as it's going to run. I didn't even check the exhaust. I don't even know where it's at. Oh, right there. Flowmaster or something. This thing sounds good. Still running. I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop and for it to quit, but maybe it's pulling fuel. I could crack the line and see if we're, pumping, but we'll wait and see if it dies. There's a little bit of a tick. That's not valve train though. It actually sounds good. I think that's a manifold leak of some kind. I wonder if that block's been changed. I didn't even look at the casting number, but the orange intake is questionable. We don't really have gauges. I want to see what the oil pressure is, and that's even broken. Oh wow, Hydro Boost is working. Or the pump anyway. Wow. Never mind. See if we got lights. We got one headlight. Might get us home. Got a tail lip. We got both tail lips. So that's good. Oh, we don't want the seat to get wet. Well, a little bit of valve train noise. It's got to be building oil pressure though. It'd be louder than that. So the truck's been running long enough now. We have to assume that the pump is working, the tank isn't plugged. We don't know what kind of fuel is running in this thing. Normally I'd like to put a filter in or something, but we're trying to do this quick and on a hurry. Let's test the transmission. while it's still running. See what we got there. Oh, it's starting to smoke real bad. All right, reverse. Reverse. Neutral, drive. Kind of. Reverse. Not much of an accelerator pump. What in the devil? Oh, it's circulating, but it's low. I gotta find some ice cube juice. It's starting to warm up. Oh, it feels good. This seems low. Gotta find something for that. Other than the transmission not working, great truck. Oh, it wasn't as low as I thought. Okay. Speaking of low, let's check the shift juice. Nothing. Well, hopefully that's our issue. But the downside is, where did the juice go? It just doesn't disappear. So if there's no transmission fluid, we got a bad transmission leak. And that would have to be addressed. Is that a Zepco? No, it's an Eagle rod. Nice unit. Anyway, hiding out of the rain in this pole barn for a second, coming up with the plan here. I think what we're going to do, let me think here. Yeah, let's go ahead. Let's put the tires and wheels on it. We want to get this thing up in the air anyway. And like I said, regardless, it's got to roll. And then we should change the oil on the thing. I don't know how long the oil's been in there, to be honest. I didn't even test the viscosity. It's raining so good. I just looked at it and jammed it back in. Now we got to figure out the transmission. There's no juice. So it doesn't just burn up and disappear. Transmission could be bad. I don't know. Maybe that's why I got a deal. But the juice went somewhere. So if it's not showing on the stick, there's only about this much in the pan, and that's about it. So is the pan gasket bad? Tail shaft seal? We're probably going to have to address that. Haven't even touched the brake pedal yet. Never got brakes. Hopefully we don't have to mess with brakes today. Please, not today. We'll see. So let me find a piece of wood or something around here. I got a jack. It's going to sink into the ground. Maybe strike oil. That'd be nice. Let's get the tires swapped out, and then we'll go from there, I guess. All right. Oh, wow, that's low. She's low down. This is going to sink into the earth, probably. We're going to have to do one tire at a time. Otherwise, I think it's just going to sink. It's funny how that forms to the ground. Still rotates, that's good. We're going to pretend we checked the bearings, all that stuff. Unless we got to tear it apart to do brakes. Then we'll actually go through them. Uh-oh. Okay. Maybe that's good. some of these are tough. Now, do these lug nuts work on those newer wheels? I don't know. I don't. Ha! There's where we just moved it. Oh, I hope this works, because I have none of that with me. Great. These actually add quite a bit of value. They're not getting cheap anymore, especially in good condition. And these are in really good shape. Is that the right lug? Oh, I hope so. I don't have the capillators. I don't know what I did with those. That doesn't look right. I brought these. I don't know if this will be any better. I think so. Let's see what that does. Yeah. Okay. So we're using these. These wheels actually look pretty darn decent on these old squares. Quick little upgrade. Wow, what a difference that makes. Okay, so we'll get the other front done. Oh, I can't see nothing. Yep, yeah, yep. This one seems to rotate as well. Oh. Dang old NASCAR. Oh. Gotta give her the lid flip. Oh no. Oh, we might need that. Anyway, gotta give her the lid flip for horsepower. I can't get this to turn. Maybe no lid flip this time. Oh, there's hope. Come on. Come on. Yes! Bop. 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 Okay, fronts are on. Now we got to try to do the rear. I'd like to go under the pumpkin, but it's probably going to sink. Boy, these must be a lot taller than those, but they look good. Oh, trees. Oh, it might lift. I'll be daft. That brake line's been replaced. Wow, look how bald that tire is. Come on. Hang in there, Jack. Hang in there. Wow, she was sunk in the ground. That's why the front was so high. Wow. That's been rebuilt. Missing. Boy, the rain's really coming down now. We need it though. We do. Come on. This backside's under a tree at least. Sort of ish. Oh. I'm absolutely soaked and bone chilled. But we have a Chevrolet crew cab sitting pretty. Look at this thing. Kind of don't want to sell it now, but I have to, Derek. You got to, right? Right. Okay. A couple more lugalizers. Tires and wheels are done. Hiding again in the pole barn. Okay, so we got it down to the pause. It runs. Doesn't shift. Fine. Let's change the oil. And I think, let's go ahead and drop the pan on the transmission. And let's just see if the clutches are laying in there or if it's just weeped out. I don't know. But I don't want to find out on some mountain road in the rain late at night, is what I'm saying. So let's just bite the, is that an electro-digital chainsaw? I think so. Anyway, let's bite on the bullet and just get it done now. Plus, maybe it's not raining under the truck. That would be cool. And then stuff, things, and then more things, and then we'll do the, you know, that. All right, there's that. That's happening. Oh boy, it is a Turbo 400. Right here in my teeth. I'm looking right at it. Well, I was a complete idiot and packed the wrong oil filter wrench. This is for an LS or like an Ellison transmission or a 4L or whatever transmission. So I'm not getting the filter off. It's stuck. I can't get it by my hands, but we can still, well, I have to now. I drained the oil. So we'll put fresh oil in it. And, you know, pretend we changed the filtre as well. I also might renege on the transmission service. It is getting a lot colder and a lot rainier. We'll see. This is a handy little thing. Sure. Anyway, topside bay. How did that tire get over there? Whatever this is, we're going with the Valvoline 10W30. There's no question this thing is high mileage. So we got the full synthetic high mileage 1030 enhanced max life technology. 50% more wear protection versus industry standards, and gloves falling off. This has seal conditioners that treat and prevent leaks, which I'm thinking we're probably gonna need. All right, fill this up, and then we'll run it again. I wanna see if the heat works. I am soaking wet, bone chilled, cold. Spilled a little bit. All right, good to go. Where'd the cap for this go? There it is. Let's fire it back up and see if the heat works. You can see how cold it is. Oh, wow. Look at that. All right. Defrost, heat, all of it. Oh! Blower motor's turning. There's a little bit of fan. but we gotta wait and see if it's gonna produce heat, and the truck's gotta warm up. I wonder if the blinkers work. Oh, does this not? It must turn something in there. I don't think this actually actuates. Huh. Do you just hold your mouth the right way? Turn it right. Beep. Apparently this does one wheel peels pretty good. Yep. Ah. There we go. I just realized I'm not going to have any wipers. Oh, great. That looks pretty good. You know, that's what we want. This is doing better. Let's go ahead and try the brakes. Come on now. Oh my gosh. No. Hear the pump? We might got brakes. Yes. Oh, thank you. Finally. Finally. What is that? This is from way back in the day. Half of it the sun got to. It says $500, but you know how that works. Just soaking wet. All right, I just talked to the whole team, the producer and the film crew and the assistants. And we decided we're just gonna put juice in this and see what happens. And if this doesn't work, then we'll do some sort of transmission service, but we want to get on the road. Still pouring it in. Gonna put this whole gallon in. The engine changed tones a minute ago, which means the pump is pumping, which is good news. But hopefully we can get reverse and more solid of a drive. Try to get this thing out of here. Was just sitting here resting while I was pouring this in. Look at my glove. Look how smooth that is. This engine actually runs really, really good. I'm not positive, but that could be a Goodrich crate motor sticker on there. But anyway, haven't driven it yet, but it seems to run really well. All right, now let's try the gears. Oh, look. We got heat. I'll be dipped. That's welcoming. Anyway, reverse. There we go. Solid reverse. Neutral, drive. Yes. Well, I think we're going to pretend we put a filter in the transmission, because that's doing transmission stuff. Best thing to do is just cycle it. Okay, we're going to let it sit and drive. Let it pump. Man, what a going to town rig. Pretty snazzy. Pretty snazzy. Just sitting in here trying to warm up. Whoa. Accelerator pump is not good. Let's see if it moves. Nope. Oh boy, it needs a carb rebuild. Great. The day that I try to cut corners. You just gotta really baby it. Yeah, no accelerator pump, that's the issue. Heat seems to be working though. Thank goodness. I ain't got no wipers. Well, I mean, this and also literally. But the seat's great. No, it's bad. It's really terrible, actually. At least I can see out. Huh. I don't even know what to say at this juncture. All right, it's gonna be dark in about an hour and a half. I think I'm gonna load some stuff up and let's just hit the road, see if we can make it to town. If we can make it to town, we're good. There's people and things, parts, and my other vehicle. All right. So unknown years off the road, apparently a long time. Questionable transmission, everything leaks. No accelerator pump in the Quadra-Bog. No windshield wipers, it's pouring rain, wind, cold. Well, we got defrost. Let's see if we can get there. Well, here's the deal. It's been sitting here idling for, I don't know, 20 minutes. I was waiting for the radiator to explode or a bearing to come out or something. Still runs, minus the carb needs rebuilt really bad. I think we're just going to try to shoot it into town. This goes to show, sometimes it just, it doesn't need, you don't have to do all of it. She only needs what she needs. So let's find some back roads, try to scoot this into town, and then we'll hang a for sale sign on it. All right. Brakes? Yes. Brakes? Sure. Don't quit. There we go. We got second gear, third gear. Yes. We got enough transmission to get us to town, maybe. We got really, really lucky here. It is very overcast, cold and windy, but the rain, for whatever reason, just all of a sudden just vanished. As if a sign that said, let's let a guy just ease the truck to town, for Pete's sake. That's what we're going to try to do. We're on top of the mountain, essentially. We've got to get down from here, find a couple roads, get to town. We're going to need fuel, though. We've got 5 gallons in here, but it's been idling a lot. I definitely don't want to run out. I did throw the jug in the back, thankfully. It's a cold day to hitchhike. I'll tell you that. We made her to the fuel station. What I got? 15 bucks? $17. Putting gas. So far it's going pretty good actually. The brakes, for not checking them at all, actually came around. They were a little sticky at first, but they're working great. The transmission shifts really good. It needs a pan gasket. I think it's basically dripping out. But solid truck, actually. Hope this rain stays gone. Don't got wiper arm or wipers or a wiper motor. So, wait, what pump am I on? 4. Got to prepay. Non-ethanol gas. Wow, that's cool. There we go. That ought to get us to town anyway. Don't worry about that. Set of mirrors. Pretty good truck. Of course. Right when I go to pull out, and I think we're going to be on lunch break here any second. Oh, maybe not. Well, it's that cable again, I think. Well, we made it. Got a little hairy there at the gas station. I didn't even throw the tools in. I should have. But anyway, you know when you get a vehicle and you're like, well, I'm just going to grab this one and just flip her. Or just, I don't need it. We're just going to get it, fart around a little bit and then sell it. And then you spend time with her, drive it, and you're like, well, maybe a guy should hang on. I can't though. I can't. I got to sell it. I got to move away from it. Got to move this one down the road. It needs a little work. It needs a carb kit, pan gasket, odds and ends, but man, it runs, drives, stops, did all the things, tooled through town, went down the highway. Heat works. What else does a guy need? You know what I mean? Another one saved, another one sold. We're moving this on down the road. Thanks guys for watching. Appreciate you so very much. Hey, if you're not subscribed, hit that button down there. Right down the bottom there, it says Vice Grip Garage. Punch that. You get notifications when new episodes come out and whatnot. Appreciate you guys. We'll see you next week.